Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies.
Afternoon. Okay. Okay, I'll do the first one. Okay. So our first question for you today is, what was the reason for the chapel fast? So I think we kind of want to get like more of an elaboration, like as to why you guys kind of did it. Because I remember you saying that it was like something with the conditions, like at the school, but I think we want to go more into depth about like what those conditions were, if you could.
Gosh, I'm thinking more, we wanted ethnic studies classes or classes that
Mm.
related to us. I think that was the top priority because
Okay.
I could try to do within the semester. Fixing up the facilities, that takes like, a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It was more, I think, acknowledgement,
Mm.
just acknowledgement, we're here, acknowledge us and make us not just, ignore us. I think it was just standing up for our rights. And that was a peaceful way of doing it. And again, it was the whole atmosphere at the time, the Vietnam War, and just, hey, we have a voice, and it was just a matter, I think, of manifesting that voice in a peaceful way, but in a strong way by numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't remember too much.
I guess kind of as you sort of answered our second question. It says, can you explain more about the conditions that caused the fast? But was there anything that was going on? I could be remembering incorrectly, but was there anything about the conditions of the dorms that was like one of the reasons?
The guys' dorms, yeah, because ours were different. Yeah, we were in the new dorm, but yeah, the guys were in the basement. The Chicano and black students were in the basements. I guess they gave them they gave them, I guess, the worst rooms of the dorm. And I guess the other people got the better rooms. So
Okay.
it was, it was kind of, not that it was discrimination per se, but they would say those were the only ones that we had available.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. They had a way of working it that way.
Was that in Augustine, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So
And
like
I
that.
think last time I mentioned my dorm, what did I say? It was another one?
Justin?
No, I was
Oh.
another one. I remembered after our interview. Now I forgot it again. But no, the Augustine, I think that was the guys' dorm.
Mm-hmm.
We were separated.
Mm-hmm.
Is it mixed now?
Mm-hmm.
The dorms?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like by every floor is by sex now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys were always coming over, going over, but yeah, but by nighttime. Do you still have RAs, like resident assistants at each dorm? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then
The third question we have is, were there any changes in responses to the chapel fast from either faculty or the school overall?
Good question. Well, since I left my sophomore year, I would say very minor, very gradual changes. Nothing that did we get respect? I don't think so. I just always like, they're gonna be passing by just 4 years of college and they're out of here. But it was a whole national movement. So by that we did solidarity by knowing that other colleges in the area were doing the same thing.
Mm.
We did not feel alone. So it was just a way of speaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they made them aware. I think some people did not realize, they were not aware of what was going on. And we just brought it out in the open. So in that sense, we were successful in bringing out the issues. But again, what was accomplished? And like you said, Tom Brown was fired. So, after a while, you keep on struggling and struggling, but it's so many against you.
Yeah.
You have to be united. Not until our kids, our students became leaders in the community. Then now we remember, now we can do something about it. Now we can talk, we can really emphasize equality for everyone.
Yeah.
But don't forget also, Northern California has always been very progressive.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good thing right there. So yes, people did hear us, and yes, we did have sympathy, but did a lot of things get done with the main, because la mera administración, the main administration, No, they weren't ready. I could say that even though they were Christian brothers, they were racist. I can say that.
Mhm. Okay. So for our next question, we wanted to hear more about the kind of work that you do now that you're retired. We know that like you're always in a lot of meetings, you stay a busy woman. Um,
Right.
so oh yeah, you can answer that first part of the question. There's a second part of it.
Okay. You reminded me talking about work. So because we were like on scholarships and loans, the students, the Chicano and Latino students, Black students, we would get jobs outside on Moraga. So like I was babysitting, you
Mm.
had people, we had house cleaning. So my classmates, the Latino classmates, we were doing yard work. Because do you still have a work study office there?
Mhm.
Okay, in the weekends, they would go ahead and get us to, clean houses, do the yard work. And again, this was in Moraga, and it's like, whoa, these houses were gorgeous. We're like, there's something else. But that I do know, so that was our way of showing like, hey, we're still responsible because that's the only way we could get money. So now the same thing. So what am I doing now? Okay, as far as being a teacher, always service to the kids, not making sure, but wanting the students to do the best that they can, have that confidence. So always building that confidence. I enjoy doing community service. So, and because I like to see results, right? Because that's even though it takes a while, good. So right now I live in a condominium. So I'm in the HOA, board of directors, again, helping my neighbors or doing what has to be done. I'm in it's called the grassroots organization here in Alhambra, where we really like kind of monitor governance. Like, is the city council really doing the best for the people in Alhambra? We do letters, we go to city council meetings, that we speak up. And now that, not that they're afraid of us, like, oh no, here comes grassroots again. They're gonna go,
Mm.
like they wanted to build right here in Alhambra, they wanted to build like kind of like apartments, but it was gonna be a big thing, right? Apartments, condominiums with of quote and unquote affordable housing. But it was being built over contaminated land. So the people, if you have families living there, the kids, they're going to get the toxics. And so we fought against that. And of course, the business people were saying we stop progress, like they wanted to bring Lowe's, the hardware store here, and they were going to bring more jobs for the people. No, people are coming in. They're not people living in Alhambra. So we brought out the different issues. They said, well, there'll be less driving in because there's traffic. We said, no, so just bringing awareness. Again, same thing 50 years ago, still doing the awareness now.
Mm.
And I'm also with the PTA. My school is right, like next block over. And so I taught there for 25 years and I retired, quote unquote, retired in 2012. And I'm still there. I was even there this morning, still helping volunteering with the kids in the classroom, whatever the school needs. But I'm also in the PTA board because we always had teacher representation and with the parents working together, teacher and parent association. So we're still doing a lot of things there. We're doing Teacher Appreciation Week things next week. And so one of my most important ones that I'm doing, we have a scholarship dinner this Saturday. It's the Alhambra Latino Association. Again, raising consciousness, we started back in 1995. And so our main goal is to, of course, raise funds for scholarships for Latino students going to college. We choose one student from each of the three high schools. Then we have some other, and it's called Empower Her STEM scholarships. That's some other Latina professors wanted to give to the girls. Then we have one for the career tech. She's a Japanese friend, but very much wants Latino students to progress, to go forward. So she donates $1,000 for one scholarship for career tech. She goes, we need plumbers, we need electricians. And it's so true. And they make good money. So we still need those women and men. And then there's another one. Oh yeah, the Dora Padilla Arts Scholarship. In other words, this year we have 11 scholarships. And so we invite them, we meet the students at meet and greet like 2 weeks ago. We take their pictures, we do a program, and then we invite them to the scholarship dinner and we invite their parents, two of them. So we pay for them. So that's, again, we need to raise money for that. And then just to see the students up there, go up on stage and receive their certificate, but then they have to talk or say something and, whoever they want to thank, their teachers, their parents, or what have you. And I mean, every time, it just gets you because it makes you cry because I mean, it brings tears to your eyes, of happy tears, because these students are saying, you believed in me. In other words, because they represent the whole school. We're talking about what, 4,000 students. They go, I would never think that you would have chosen me. And then we give them that little input, the impetus to go forward. You can do it. Because we're not picking the top, 4.4 student. We're picking a student who's done a turnaround, who's shown us that they can succeed, that they have the motivation. They do, and it's incredible how many things they do in high school. They still have a job and they're in different clubs and they donate, they volunteer their time. It's just amazing. So it brings a lot of faith and hope that the future, there are good kids. I mean, yes, there's all kinds of, kids that think that, young students that think that I'm entitled, give me, give me, give me. But then we see these other ones that are giving of themselves. And like I was there last night, one of our schools had a multicultural festival, and these two Asian students were just there to help out. I go, you doing service hours? Nope, we're just here to volunteer. Thank you, here, I need your help. Put up the canopy and what have you. So very happy with that. And then when the students speak on stage, and when they really it comes from the heart, what they're saying to their parents and their teachers, it's just remarkable. And it's very touching. And then they keep in contact with us. And even if they're going to a junior college, we said, go there, you're saving your parents money. And then the main thing is to graduate from a university, because that's what's going to count on your resume and what have you. So that's it. So then another one is Sacred Heart, my alumni, the school I went to, Sacred Heart High School, very much involved there because, again, this is an all-girls school, and I see the girls, what they're going through. And all the girls go to college, even if it's junior college, they all go to college. And they see us as alumni. And we say, yeah, I was here 50 years ago. They look at me, I go, yes, before you were born, because they're 18, 17. And just to see them, they're also, again, they do service hours. And that's what has always taught me, just give of yourself. If you can't give money, you can give of yourself. And you can just be there for anybody that needs to be there. And that has always been my life goal. Like if I'm helping a little student, say, okay, you can do it. Okay, sound out the word. I need help. Let me hear you sound it out. And then to get them, okay, you can do it. You can do it. High school students, we're there. And when they see us, when they see that we're role models, that we did it, and I'll tell them, you know what, I get it. Finish your finals. Don't worry. I go have fun, enjoy, but be serious about your work. So that has prevailed throughout my whole career of my job. And I think I gave you 5 boards. I'm trying to say no to more things, but they don't listen to me. I go, oh God. But the more, and so as a matter of fact, I just got, did I tell you? We have Alhambra Educational Foundation here in Alhambra. So they put me down as the Community Service Volunteer of the Year. So I had to go to that banquet. That was April 18th. And it was like, I didn't, my first impulse was to say, thank you, but I don't want to be in front of 300 people and get all this recognition. It's a nice little plaque, though, I have to admit. But at the same time, they told me, no, you are a role model. People can see that you did it. They can do it. And people say, no, I don't have time. I don't have time for this or time for that. You do. And if we speak out, be it in our council, city council, or anything, we have a right to speak up and do it. And so I did get the award, and I did get up there. And they tell me I did a good job. I was nervous, but I did, and then I did a good job. So that kind of encompasses what I'm doing now. So I'm still, but most importantly, I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy doing these little things that help other people and that help people feel good about themselves, again, to build a self-confidence. Because I think that I had a very low self-esteem growing up as a little girl. I go, no, I can't do that, or no, I'm not, But now it's like, you know what? You can do anything you set your mind to. And sometimes I don't even know I'm doing it until after it's done. I go, oh my goodness, I did that. And and most importantly, I learn something new every day. I love learning whatever it is. I really enjoy talking to people, making them feel important, the conversation. I hope I answered your question. That's who I am today.
Yeah.
And also, you know what, by not being married, I'm able to give more time. do what I need to get, do, and not having any kids that I have to, do homework every night. And so now I'm in a great space, a time, a good space right now in my life where I can get up and go and do whatever. I'm not, tied down to a routine with little kids, or like with my daughter, I got to put her to bed, or got to do homework, or her ballet lessons, or this or that. So, but I also balance out my life because it can't be always, busy, 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 work, work, work. I have to relax too. Same thing. Whatever advice I do give you ladies, I do myself. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to get sick. If you don't sleep, yeah. Yeah.
So then our next question is, what are the ways, or are there any lessons that your students have taught you throughout the years?
My grammar school students, or all kids?
I guess all kids.
All kids, yeah. Yeah, I learned from them. I learned so much from them because they will teach me, not teach me, but by them doing that, by saying something in a different manner, I go, okay, I get it. Or, like let's say like this morning I was testing one of the students. They had to find which one was different. Again, this is kindergarten. So you had you had a house, a bicycle, a van, and a car. And the question is, which one does not belong? So he was saying the bicycle, right? And I said, let's go I said, like, let's try this again. Or why did you say the bicycle? He goes, because, and of course the answer is a house, okay? But he said, because the bicycle does not have a motor. So he was right, because the van and the car have a motor. And then I go, but then he says, but the house can't move. So it's the house that's different. But what it taught me is the method of how they think, how they got to the conclusion. So he was right in what he was saying, where he was going. And I've done that too when I was a young girl. He was right. But as far as the test, if he had marked the bicycle, it would have been wrong. But he was right. So that helps me to see how other people think. And most importantly, students have taught me patience. Okay, because you want it done now. And no, each student learns differently on a different mode. This child can be like, one of our students is great verbally, orally, can give you the best answers in the world, but get him to write them down, no, takes him forever. But he has the answer, but there he goes. So in other words, it taught me that people have different styles of learning, and that people have a different way of expressing themselves. And it's not just always my way, or what I thought. It's not the textbook way. It's out of the square. And what else have the kids taught me? Well, them and there a lot of love, because sorry, hold on. I'm gonna turn this off. We have with the kids and the parents, by me seeing them grow, not just academically, but mature wise, it's really has helped me fulfill my life. So what they have taught me is like to be patient, and it will come, and to accept people as they are. That, I wanted to say, no, but you should all be doing this. You're all, this age, you should be like this. No, accept people as they are. And even high school kids, when I see somebody with all these tattoos and a ring on their nose and on their eyebrows and everything that I'm not used to, I know now not to put them down, because when I was growing up, the only people that had tattoos were cholos, gangsters. Okay, they were the only ones that had tattoos, and now it's very common. So don't judge a book by its cover. So that's what they've taught me, that the high school students is like, they may look gothic, all black and this and that, but they have some great ideas and they have a great heart, but they're just expressing themselves in that way. And then I said, you know what? Now I think about it. Yeah, when we were in high school, you try different things, but that's how they're finding themselves. And so that's what I'm saying, back to being patient. Just be patient, see how they go, and just go ahead and just trust people's hearts. That's what students have taught me. I think that's the best way I can answer it. Besides patience, and just appreciation of people's differences. Because, you want all the classrooms, their students, you would love them to be like little robots and just do everything you say and just, give me the same beautiful work. But no, they're all different. But to them, it's like, well, tell them, like coloring, it's okay, stay in the lines. But some of these artists stay out of the lines because that's what they see. Like by having autistic students, I understood them. They had all these drawings in there, but to them it made sense. To us, it does not make sense, but it shows you how much they have in their brain, in their mind that they can do. And they're very, very smart. But when you ask them, okay, let's play outside, they can't. Or the noise. I remember one of the autistic kids, we had a little bathroom door a little bathroom in the kindergarten area. He could not concentrate because the door was a little ajar. And that was bugging the what out of him. And I go, oh my goodness. I go, good to know. And so he wasn't being disruptive. He wasn't being disobedient. And he wasn't being stubborn. I'm not going to do my work. He could not concentrate because that little light or that little door was open. And so that taught me, again, different things that I didn't know. So yes, what the textbooks cannot teach you, you learn by experience, by human experience, and just really taking the time to listen. Remember, to listen and just have them talk their way through it and tell me what's going on. And then also like acknowledging people's feelings. Like I say, okay, Johnny, I know you're angry, but it's not okay to hit your friend. Or I know you're sad because of mommy and daddy's divorce, but they still love you and we're here for you or whatever. So acknowledging people's feelings. I think I have to always remember that instead of saying, no, don't cry. First, you gotta say, acknowledge what they're going through. Like we learned things like back in the day, it was like the rules were like, don't run, right? Don't talk or whatever. Now it's make it positive. Instead of don't, do it positive. Walk in the halls. Not don't run, walk or speak respectfully or something, no shouting. Everything was no, 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 no. But no, just change your whole attitude and make it yes. Speak softly. Be kind. Instead of don't fight, be kind. Things like that. So so the kids have taught me to change my whole attitude. But instead of being negative, like back in the old days, if you don't do this, you're going to get spanked. Instead of saying, wow, I like what you did. You were very mature. Let's go ahead and reward you for it. Or you did a great job as a class. And always what the students have taught me is we have to go ahead and be a team. So instead of saying, this is my classroom, you're going to do what I say. No, you go ahead and say, this is our classroom. And we are reflecting our behavior in the schoolyard. This is us. We're the team. We're room 7. So make it into a team, always a team effort. And that's who I am now. I can't do things on my own. Not that I can't, I do. But I prefer working in a team effort with people together. So I'm not out there alone on that little tightrope. Like, okay, people, come on, we're all in this together. Like, we'll just jump in to the pool, but together. I won't go over the cliff yet, no. But I hope I answered your question.
Yeah. No, that was beautiful. Thank you. Our next question is, were there any specific events from St. Mary's that influenced you today, and like your ways of teaching, whether it be like a class you took, a professor, and just any sort of like experiences that you can recall that really, that you still carry with you like today?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that just the other week when we talked about it. There was a professor that was teaching Latin American studies at St. Mary's College. And I had never even thought about that. And he opened up the whole world of, social politics. That, yes, this is what it is here. And I always remember he said, you have different countries, but it's just the changing of the guard. In other words, you're going to have the same policies, the same corruption. It's just like they say they elect a new president, but it's still the same corruption. It's the same policies. It's just the changing of the guard. And that still holds true today. Like, let's say the government policies here in the United States, people, the rich or the corporations, whoever's in control, we can change presidents, but things are still happening today, right? So I always remember that. And he was getting it, and he would tell us, that's what I liked about St. Mary's College, being a liberal arts college. They had us, go ahead, open your mind, think out of the box again. I like that. there was a husband and wife teachers, professors, English, I forget their names, but to me, it was so interesting because they had us go to their house. Did I mention this already? We had a session there. So it's that we had class in the evening at their house, and it's like it was overlooking the Bay Area and the big old bay window. And then we were like, I don't know, 10 of us, because we had small classes, and we were discussing. And I'll always remember that they had a wall to wall books.
Wow.
I said, oh my, I want to be like that one day, right? I go, did you read all those books? They said yes, but of course there were two of them. But it was just like, it wasn't laid back, but it was like, you can be yourself. We are out of the classroom setting. Let's go ahead and just, again, open up your mind. So I like that part too. And it just gave me a new idea, like, okay, you don't have to be rigid about your student learning and put it in a, straight little rows. Because Catholic school, grammar school, they were always with the nuns. We had 40 through a classroom at grammar school, and everybody was listening. There were no behavior problems because, they would whack you, but they never did me. But and then this one is like, no, be yourself. I mean, we were not smoking marijuana or anything. No, it was a class time, but it was just really relaxing. And of course, we couldn't drink because we were, 18 years old. But it was that I do remember, and that showed me another way, again, of just learning from people and being yourself. They took us out of that. I like the 414, the middle class, the January class. And again, again, that taught me that you can still work the whole year, but take time for yourself, something that you want to do. And there was the Zola, I forget the professor's name again, but when I asked him, well, he goes, what do you want to learn? What do you want to do? And I told him, he goes, okay, go ahead and you can do that. And that's what I read, Zola or Emil, and just got into it. Just really was able to focus because it was like giving you permission to do what you want, freelance, the world is open to you. And I really did like that. And I said, okay. And that's what I like. That's what I carry with me. Like, you know what? Nothing is impossible. Go for it. You have an idea, make it a reality. And of course, a lot of times, even if it doesn't work, at least you can say, I tried, I did it. I got this far. Or if I had done it this other way. But the main thing was like, don't be afraid to try something new. That's what I did learn from St. Mary's, from those really good professors. I think we needed more women. I don't think we had a lot of women professors at that time.
Okay. The next question, you kind of touched on it a little bit, responding for the last question, but we basically just wanted to ask what keeps you grounded or what brings you joy, within your busy schedule.
What brings me joy? What brings me joy keeps me grounded. What keeps me grounded, I think, well, my familia, for sure, my family, just being there always. Again, the faith, because I mentioned the very first one, no matter what I go through in life, I always come back to that faith foundation. I know I'll be okay. I know everything's going to turn out okay. I just me recomiendo a Dios. I put everything in God's hands. But not that I'm a very devout Catholic. Okay, I don't go to church every Sunday, so no. But it's much more spiritual. So I go, you know what? I know someone has my back, and it just gives me. I know it's going to work out. Other people are stressed out, or they go, how am I going to do it? I go, you know what? It's going to work out. We're going to make it work. Just breathe and let it work out. So the faith keeps me grounded, my family, knowing that I always have all this love around me. Even though they tell me when am I going to retire. So, and another thing that keeps me grounded, I think of my good friends. I have, all the ones I mentioned already. At school, I have some great friends, great faculty, great kids. At my alumni association, great ladies, grassroots, very political, but really caring. Homeowners here, the ladies, it's great to have neighbors that you can count on and you feel good where you live. There's no arguing, well, not with me at least, or with, different neighbors. And what's the other one? Grassroots PTA, the Alhambra Latino Association, very strong. We do a lot of tabling when we go to different events and people acknowledging us, what we're doing. Because like I said, when we first started back in the 1990s, our Latino students were doing very poorly. They were not in any of the AP classes. And we're saying, wait a minute, we have some smart people, we have some smart students. So by us pushing them, by us in the district, Alhambra Unified School District, we let them know, go ahead. We let them know that our Latino students had advocates, that there were people that were keeping an eye on what's going on. So that keeps me going. Knowing that I'm doing something good, something to make the world a better place for our students. That keeps me grounded, because even if it's a little thing, even if it's something tiny, just acknowledging, like when I told you, when I acknowledge at school, when I see anybody from an 8th grader or kindergarten, I say good morning and they answer back. We're acknowledging them. They're not just invisible little people. We're saying, you know what, you're important. Or how are you today? Or just really acknowledging the kids, acknowledging every human being that you're worth something.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps me grounded. I think that's just knowing that I'm bringing joy to some people.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's reciprocal, because they bring me joy.
Mhm.
It goes both ways. Because I don't do it for acknowledgement. I don't want people, like, I'll do things that, and I don't want them to know that it's me. Like, let's say we're putting some little treats in the teachers' boxes. Like, I won't say, to Mrs. Johnson from Teresa. No, I'll just say Happy Teacher's Day and leave it in there. I don't need and I don't want the acknowledgement. But knowing that a poor, stressful teacher who's had it and just gets a Starbucks, gift card, makes their day.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. And we work together, and always trying to make the world a better place. And then also, with the environment too. Like, we have a club at school, the environmental club, and they recycle bottles. So I would go recycle my water bottles or whatever, right? Cans. I go, you know what? No, I'm not gonna go over there. I'm gonna go take them drop off at school. And the kids would say, oh, look, we got more cans, and then they get to go do it. And so they acknowledge it. So little things like that. They don't know it's me. They just know that it gets filled up. So yeah, it brings those little things what money cannot buy. It brings me joy. Again, being a teacher, did not get a good salary, no. But all the beautiful perks you had as a teacher. Yeah, there was stress. Yes, the report cards were hard to do, because some kids are lazy, but you can't say your child is lazy. You got to say your child lacks motivation. So it was just, but overall, well, I'm still there. And it's funny because some people say, oh, you're with those brats. It's their whole attitude. And I go, do you have grandchildren? He goes, no. I go, okay, never mind. That's why they call them brats if you don't have kids. But I mean, they can be bratty, yes. But again, that goes back to their parents.
Mm-hmm.
How are their parents raised them the first five years? Unless they're special ed, that's different. But then they're a different breed altogether. But no, but I enjoy, if I don't enjoy something, I'm not going to do it.
Mm.
Bottom line, let's say, I don't know, what's a good one? Well, I like heat better than cold. But if you're going to put me up there in the cold, hiking in the snow, no. I'll say, thank you, no. I'll stay in the cabin, give me my little brandy. I'm fine there. I'll look at the snow through the window. But so I do say no, I will not go ahead and do things that I don't want to do because I have to do them. And I think that I learned in my 50s. Before it was, okay, I have to please everybody. No, it's, you know what? No, you have to please yourself. You have to be true to yourself. And that took me time to learn.
I think this one you already touched on a little bit too, but maybe if there's anything else you want to add, but it's what keeps you motivated to continue the work.
The success. I think the success of the things that we do. When we stop that, it's called the villages, when we stop them from building on the contaminated ground, toxic ground, it showed that the voice of the community coming together, we stopped a corporation. So the success is what helps there. Knowing that I still have students that come back and they're like in their, gosh, late 30s, some of them even their 40s, and they're coming back and their kids are going to school and they still remember me. And they say, Miss Ybarra, and you remember me? I go, of course I do. Then I say, refresh my memory. What's your name again? Because I have so many kids. I have like over 1,000 kids, but some you'll always remember. And so then they go back and they'll say, no, you were the best teacher I had, or something positive. That again keeps me motivated, it keeps me going. So I go, you know what? I did have an impact, or I do have an impact, or more than I realize. And even like just yesterday, we were at the Multicultural Festival, the Hambre Latino Association. We were doing a booth. It was a multicultural. We picked Puerto Rico because our president's from Puerto Rico. So I went to go see the Mexico booth. And then I'm saying, oh, this is nice. I like it, this and that. She goes, same lady. Another lady says, she goes, I know you. And then I go, what happened? And she goes, yeah, I used to go volunteer in your classroom. She's like a teacher aide. I go, take off your sunglasses so I can see who you go. Oh, I know you now. Okay. But they remember me, and they remember what a good, not a good, but what a fun time or positive time the atmosphere was in the classroom. So things like that keep me going. I go, wow, you know what? I guess I did. I did do some good things where people do remember. And again, I didn't even do it for recognition. Like I remember one of the first years when I went to Margarita School, and I asked them for we should have a multicultural potluck for all our different parents, right, to show their backgrounds. And the principal said, "You're sure, good idea. You're in charge." And I did it, and it went off great. Back then, we could bring homemade food from home, so that just helps me to. It rejuvenates me. It keeps me going to say it can be done. Yes, it's work. But again, you get help. You spread, you delegate, you get help, and it can be done. And people say, no, it's too hard or whatever. I go, try it, let's do it. So it keeps me motivated just knowing the success. And then if it's not successful, how I learned how it can be successful next time. If something didn't go right, I'll say, you know what? We should have done this, this, and that. Or we had a great idea, but we did not get it to the public or to the one that needed to the parents, shall we say. So, but because there's always something that can be fixed or done to make the world a better place, like different things that are going on. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
Keep motivated, just knowing that positive things can happen and do happen. You're right, because otherwise I would give up. I would say, you know what am I doing this for? But no, so far so good. I think my friends even laugh at me because they say I see the world with rose-colored glasses. Because I say, but it can be done. It can be done. And it is done. But it is work. Okay.
This is a more simple question. But so we're making like a biography for you for what we're working on. So what did you study at like St. Mary's? What was your major?
It was psychology when I walked in. Then I changed to English.
Okay.
English major. Because I've noticed, how can I say it? I saw that I was not qualified. In my mind, I was not qualified. I go, if I'm going to be a teacher, I need to master the English language and really, really know it well.
Yeah.
For example, I still don't get it when they say break a leg. I go, if you're going to go up on stage to perform, why do you want to break a leg? But I get the idea, but no, it doesn't jive for me. So I needed to go ahead and say, I'll be really, really good in English. And then like my minor was like sociology, again with people. So I perfected that, not perfected, I polished it. I specialized in it in literature because I love literature. I love reading, I love history. So at Santa Clara University, my BA is in English
Nice.
because I wanted to learn how to write better papers and how to express myself better. So I knew I was going to be in the public eye, and I wanted to have not just the right grammar rules, but the right way of saying things. I just wanted to better myself. That was my major, yes.
Okay.
Because back then it was like liberal arts, and I go, how do you, so that's why English was under liberal arts.
Okay. How should we ask the timeline question?
So I think we should explain it to her, like what we're doing, or like part of the website.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're making a timeline of your time at St. Mary's. So we kind of wanted to ask for your input. How would you kind of put it together, like what are really major events that you think would be important to put on this timeline?
Yeah, like one of them could be or one of them we were thinking about doing was the fast, like the chapel
Hmm.
fast, things like that that were pretty monumental to not only your time at St. Mary's, but also just like the college overall.
Yeah. I think like one of the first events we're gonna put is that you were admitted with the first 100 women, and
Hmm.
then
Right.
kind of like what would you put in between that and kind of your last couple of days at St. Mary's?
You know, that's a hard question because I wanted to do well in college. So I really just threw it myself into studies. So the first year, I would say I really was just in the books,
Okay.
really, really. So no, so for example, they had like we had a Stanford game against the boys, the guys against Stanford. Our Metro guys at St. Mary's went over to Stanford and they had a game, and we won. St. Mary's won Stanford, so that was really cool. But I did not go to that because I was studying, right? And because I really, really, again, I wanted to get good grades, and I was really serious about studying and being there on campus. So the first year, so no, I don't really remember major things. I do remember, I remember telling you about there was one time when we were doing the Salt of the Earth, that movie about the union workers. It was in New Mexico. It's called Salt of the Earth, 1950s movie. And it was condemned because it was supposed to be communist, socialist. It was people, exactly what Cesar Chavez was doing, or the farm workers, what they were doing back then in 1952 is called Salt of the Earth. And we were seeing that movie at the same time we had international students. I think they were from Iran, and they were just really speaking out. And I'll always remember this. One of them said, I think that like a junior, and I was still like a freshman, sophomore. And he said, you have never, the United States has never had an honest president or a good president. And I'm like, wait a minute. See, again, my eyes were being open, right? I go, wait a minute, what about John F. Kennedy? Because, that's when I'm growing up. And he goes, and he mentioned the Cuban Missile Crisis and this and that, everything that was going on. I go, oh my God, that is so true. I go, I understand. I mean, because every single man that's in power, there's some corruption going on. So I remember to me that was a major incident to me, because that was when by getting an international perspective, we had people like one of my friend's boyfriend was from Africa, Joe, and he I think was the president of the Black Student Union, but he was African. But again, from this talking with them from their perspective, so that to me, I was more into that, talking to people again and hearing what they had to say. And I learned so much from our international students, because here, we're just, not that we're brainwashed, but Nike and what have you, the different brands, but they have a broader view of the world. They have a good view of the world. So that would be something that was important to me. And I think from there, and then opening your eyes, and then the second year, sophomore year, I was much more involved with Mecha. Because the first year, like I said, we would do odd jobs here and there. But I really, because everything was so new to me, I was really taking baby steps. So if a lot of things were going on, I didn't feel, again, the confidence to go if they had different things going on, different conferences. But it was a different time also.
Mhm.
So no, I would say just the international students um, sharing their perspective, the worldview. Whereas now you see everything on Instagram, talk about worldview, but from then back then, it was them what they came over and what they showed us.
Um, can you remind us the year of the chapel fast? Was that in your first year or your second year?
For which one? For what?
For the chapel fast?
I think it was my second year.
Okay,
That
so
would have been 71, 72. Let's say 72.
72.
Like to say like right after, like, I don't know. Gosh, be good to know. I would say second semester, 1972.
Second
Well,
semester.
it's the first half of 72.
Okay.
I'm thinking
1972, second semester, chapel fast. So 1971 was your first year.
1970.
1970.
70.
Okay.
Yeah. So 70 to 71, you know how you start?
Okay,
71 to 72.
Yeah. And then 71, 72 was my sophomore year.
Okay.
And then 73, 74. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's half and half.
I
Uh-huh.
wanted to ask, so when was Mecha created? What
It was
year?
already there when I got there.
Okay, it was already there. So
Uh-huh.
then, did you become secretary to Tom Brown before or after the Chapel Fast?
No, I was already the secretary
Okay.
before.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why, again, by working, I was not involved in a lot of the other things.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was working daytime in between classes, so in between classes.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed working there in the jail. It was interesting. It was, you know,
Mm.
happy enough things. What
Mm-hmm.
did he always say? Therefore. And he always ended it a certain way. Okay. Not be that as it may. Go ahead. I still have it like if I can be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to call me. Something like that.
So you were secretary your freshman year. You started that
I think it was the sophomore year.
sophomore. Okay.
Because the freshman year I was still, threading water, getting used to everything. Just again, being away from home was hard, being away from home, being a girl in an all guys college, being with professors that were not nuns, teachers that were not nuns, and then getting used to everything and just the whole routine of how do you navigate college. So I was just, my roommate and I were just like, okay, let's hit the books. But I do remember that I love the library, so yeah. But I was, yeah, definitely, and I love reading or learning, so I really, yeah, concentrated a lot so the second year, again, because I got more involved. It was I guess I'm trying to remember now. Uh, there would be parties, and then I don't even remember how I met my husband, my ex-husband.
It's okay.
I don't remember, but I guess, but I knew that they were in Mecha, and they were kind of militant. To me, they were militant, but they really weren't. There were some different factions, but they were strong in what they were saying. So again, talk to him, you would get a better idea about the whole thing. So that's why the second year I was much more involved with the meetings and what was going on. But Mecha was there, but I thought it was just like an all-guy group type of thing back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to infiltrate, but no, not even because we had some other ladies too, but I just kept to our small little group.
Do you want to ask about the photo?
Oh, yes.
Is it on the website?
I can forward the email to her. That's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
So I scanned the yearbook from
Oh,
1972.
good, you have a picture of me.
Yes, I wanted to actually ask you if you were in any of these photos. I'm gonna forward
Oh, I think I was in one of the fast. I think, go ahead. I think,
Yeah.
yes, I think I did. I see myself. It looks like it's me.
Okay.
The very, very first ones that you guys sent out.
Okay.
Go ahead. Or you can share your screen?
Oh, can you share your screen?
Yeah, I
on
can.
Yeah.
Yes.
If not, I can
If
send it
you-
to her.
Can you maybe share the email or is it on the
Yeah.
website?
What, the
The
photos?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Like
you
on the
emailed
St.
it
Mary's
a while
website?
ago.
My hair was long and it was like down like this, right? And I think she's like, I see only one eye. I think it's me.
Okay, wait. Can you tell me her email?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's
Or you can just email Julia and then she-
Terey. Oh yeah, or I could just screen share.
Okay. Wait, I think I forwarded it to you. Did I not?
What's
You have to share the screen or something.
yeah, I'm trying to see if I could pull up the
Okay, here, I can forward it to you again. Yeah.
And I didn't even know they were taking the pictures.
That's crazy.
I want a picture of my yearbook. Couldn't even afford the yearbook, ladies.
Oh.
No,
They
that's
have them here. Come scan it.
Yeah, you could come visit us and scan it.
They're all there, 1970, 71, 72. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, right there.
But I think at times there was also a lot of anger.
Mm.
just overall, just anger. And then you wanted to throw this anger at the administration. Your scan files have arrived. Good.
Go down to a little bit further. Keep going down.
Oh, wow.
That was Harry Acosta. The one, no, go back up again. No, up.
Wait,
That's
one.
okay, that's Brown, yeah. So
Okay.
he was the BSU, and that's Harry Acosta, the Chicano director.
I
Okay.
think you
I
can,
worked under both of them notes. Go to the next one.
Oh, wow.
like if you move her.
Right there, see the guy with the glasses? The
Oh, right here.
that's my ex-husband. The one,
Oh.
that one, yeah. He would know that, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Maybe that. And this one was okay. Let me see. You can't flip it over.
I
That's
know.
what I'm trying to figure out. Wait, hang on.
I think
I
if
can try to zoom.
Let me see.
wait, if you download, no, I don't think so. If you download it, can you flip it?
Oh my god.
Wait, what is that?
Let me try to.
Recognize him.
Wait, go like back out, and like those three little dots in the corner.
And that was at St. Mary's College,
Like this?
Yeah, let me see.
the priest.
Never mind. Oh my gosh, how do you do this? Because I know you can do it.
Open docs.
And then
You might be able to do that. Then you can
Okay.
flip it in there. I don't know if it's gonna make them weird though.
Wait, I wonder if I can just.
Sorry, we're trying to figure out how
Were
to
you
flip
in
it.
the photo in front of on the stage or no? I
I
don't know
don't
if you
think
can
so.
tell.
I don't even recognize anybody there.
Oh, really?
Wait,
Is there
let me
one
see.
more slide down?
Yeah, I think
Photo
so.
of me?
It's the one in the
Okay,
chapel.
that one. Okay, keep on going. Now that one right there. Keep on going.
Wait, hang on. I
That's
can
tough.
like show
So
her.
you see that girl right there? That's Elena
Here,
Durazo.
okay.
Elena Durazo, the
That's it.
senator. Yeah, that was, and that's
Oh.
other guys.
Okay.
That's George over here. There was another one. Don't you have another picture?
I think this is the last one we scanned.
Oh, okay, because there was another one where when you first sent out about the project, when it was first sent out, there's one in the corner, but it's the same ones as the very bottom one. So yeah, so my ex-husband was very much involved. Like again, he was the president of Mecha.
Yeah.
I remember. But no, was I up on stage? No. Unless
Okay.
And then the guy speaking with the mic, that was Harry Acosta. Is that what his name was? Or no?
I think it was one of the major
One of these. This two.
actividad.
Oh, that's not the same dude. I thought that was the same dude. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Or
No, this one is Acosta.
oh, the
But no.
Did you see my iPad?
No, the guy speaking on the
It's
microphone.
just getting blurry.
Yeah.
oh, I can unblur it if you
Oh
want.
yeah.
We might try to show it. Here, let me stop
On my
sharing.
iPad because I like flipped it on my iPad.
We'll unblur. Oops.
Okay.
Sorry, let me try to unblur this.
Wait, how do you do that?
Do you have the very first email that they sent out
Mm.
for the project? Because that one, I think that's where I did see a picture of myself on the back for the last picture you showed. There was another one that had like in the corner. That's where I was, way over here in the corner. I think that was me.
I know. Well, let me look it up. SMC.
But not okay, but not the one you just showed me right now. But there were two at the
Okay.
very first time when you send out the to become involved in the project. I think it was yellow even.
Whoa.
Did our professor send it out or?
I
I'm
think
pretty
so.
sure, yes.
I
So
can
I
email
won't
you.
lose you if I go. Let's see, can I go to my mail here? Because I'm on. No.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Oh, I can try to. Let's see. I can try to use my phone, right? Okay. Mike Viola, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll try.
This is so crazy. It's so crazy.
Okay. No, it is that photo. Well, there's another one. So it was sent, oh boy, January 29th.
Did he
That must have been
email?
from
Were we
him
on
then.
that email?
That would have been before the class started. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe. Do you
I
think
know.
you could forward us that email
Right.
that we
Well,
could?
I can, my brother's the one that showed the picture. So it
Mm.
says Ethnic Studies Senior Lunch and Exhibit. He
Oh.
was regarding the exhibit.
Maybe
So
it's
where'd it go?
Library website.
That's
Mm.
what
I keep looking at Chapel Fast. It's not
I know.
really-
Wait, let me see. Um, SMC. What was it called?
Library. Okay. Okay. This is yeah, it's that same, you know what? It's that same photo. Okay. Go back to the very bottom one. I'm gonna try to forward this to you.
Or do you want me to do it?
It says our ancestors have given us an assignment.
Oh, is she talking about the
It's the same one, it's the same one you just showed me, but it was cut off.
Oh, I
wait.
wonder if
Oh, you know what? It might be on the website about Herman and
Mhm.
Mushir.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, I think he has it on Canvas.
Oh, yeah.
Close this up, I can send it to you.
I think I have it.
Come on, okay.
Okay, go.
So, let's see. Forward. Jillian, give me your email address.
It's JM as in Mary Y 5.
Oh, there you go, 5 at St. Mary's College. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
No, that one.
You know if you get it. And then the picture that you were showing me, it was cut off, and I go, that's the one, but then I didn't see myself.
Mm.
But that's the one where it looks like it's me. I go, that looks like me.
Okay, let me see.
And Bert, you can only see like one of my eyes.
Oh,
And
right there, I see.
Oh.
okay,
Okay.
can you share the screen so I can show you something?
Yeah.
Are you
Thank you.
here? Is this
Right
you?
there.
Right, that's the one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's me.
Dang, they did
So
my
you got a
girl
little
dirty.
bit of me, okay? So this guy, so see the guy in front of me?
Mhm.
That was Joaquin from the Philippine Islands.
Ooh.
Okay, and that's
Wait.
Joe.
I did see his name in the yearbook.
Okay.
Was he a
Uh-huh.
senior?
He was 2 years, probably a year ahead of me.
Okay.
And see, that's Joe, the African American guy. That's Joe, the one from Africa I was telling you about.
Mm.
Okay, and then there's Joe Polito, the one next to Maria. But the one that's sitting up, that's George. So yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's me. Yes. So yes, I was
So
there.
that was at the chapel fast, or that's in the chapel?
Oh, no, I think well, I don't know. See, I don't remember them taking this picture at all.
Do you know who the guy is in front of you?
The guys do I know the guys?
No, yeah, the one that's in front of you blocking you. Is that the one that you named out, or?
The one that's in front of me looking down,
Yeah.
that's Joaquin,
Oh, that was Joaquin.
the Filipino. Americano. And Joe from looking him straight at the camera. That's Joe from Africa. And I think that's George right there. Another
This guy? Or
Yeah.
okay.
This guy, the one, can you see my arrow?
No.
Okay. Okay. You know the woman, that's Maria Elena Durazo, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the guy that's down with the mustache, that's Joe
Yeah.
Polito. Yeah.
Wow.
These are the ones I'm not sure. So it looks like no, it's not the chapel. Well, no. Well, wait a minute. Look at the guy's hand right there, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It kind of looks like a pew.
Oh, uh-huh.
Which one?
Right here, it kind of looks like a pew.
Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is.
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
I wonder if Professor knows where he got he has to know, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
might
because
know.
it's not full in the yearbook
I wonder
when I scanned it.
were they a part
I
of?
know.
Wait, what is this for? Oh, this is what
This
she
is
forwarded
for-
you.
This was in the library
Right.
in the big square
What?
part.
In
It was in
this?
the like
In that case?
The
mhm.
second
Oh.
floor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was
Wow.
Huh.
Very cool.
And
Yeah.
so Maria Elena, I think one of your group is interviewing her.
I think so, yeah.
We're
Or
talking to her
Yeah.
like as a class, I think next Thursday.
Oh, good. So she'll give you
Yeah.
lots, and she's still very active with the unions. I just
Mhm.
saw her a couple of weeks ago because she's waiting for LA County Supervisor. So
Oh,
Yeah.
she's still very strong, very much involved, very much concentrated on helping the workers unionize. So it's good, yeah. And she'll give you a much more detailed what year and what month we did all that.
Was she very involved when you were
Yes. Yeah, she was there my second year, so she's a year younger. So she
Mhm.
came in the second year. She came in 1970. So in other words, she came in the year we were very, very active.
Mm.
Okay.
My first year was trying to get everything situated, and the second year, much more activism. And
Mhm.
that's what she came in as a freshman.
Mhm.
And by her working with the farm workers, she was much more knowledgeable with the conditions,
Yeah.
horrible conditions. And so she was good, yeah.
Did she also because I know that she's like you said what's it called? That she's running for county supervisor in LA. Was she from LA too, or is she, do you know?
From the Fresno area.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
do you guys have any more
Yeah.
questions?
I don't think so.
Not that I can think of.
I'll go ahead and stop the recording. I think that's all of our questions